Hey there and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stefan for 860 Tech TV, and today I'm gonna do a little comparison video with the Pixel 7 Pro and the Pixel 7. I've been using the Pixel 7 Pro for just over a month. I've been using the Pixel 7 for a few days now. Right? These are the lighter colors. I love these. This is called Snow and this one is called Lemongrass. I just really love these colors, and they actually do much better in hiding fingerprints, even though these phones are very slippery. Right, so we're just gonna do a quick comparison. Nothing too fancy here today. We're kind of gonna do it flossy style, according to my boy. So yeah, let's get into it. The Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro. First up, you're gonna notice the difference in the size, even though it's not that much greater, because I think this is 6.7 inches and this is 6.4 inches. And when you rest them side by side, it isn't that much of a difference, I must say. The build quality is the same, although the 7 Pro definitely does feel slightly heavier, as it should be. It is the more premium one. They both supposedly has better fingerprint scanners now, and they do have face unlock, which, we'll be honest, isn't secure. I have mine set to just open straight, even without having your eyes open. I wear shades a lot in the sun, so when I just pick up my phone, it's already open most times, at least in good lighting. Yeah, so getting back to the build quality, same camera visor, metallic, and of course it is more durable, it being stainless steel, metal, whatever exact material. It is more durable, but it does scratch much easier. Definitely, especially in my 7 Pro, which I've had longer, definitely scratches easier. You could see, of course, there's your main and the ultra wide camera, and your telephoto lens, and the main and ultra wide camera here. Same ultra wide camera that we had on the Pixel 6 series. Yeah, just slightly upgraded here. Of course, this ultra wide camera on the Pixel 7 Pro has autofocus, so yeah, we're gonna just get into that in a little bit. But yeah, the camera visor, there's your mic, there's your flash and both. Nothing too fancy. They do wrap around quite nicely. One thing that's different on the Pixel 7 series is, of course, the button placements are a bit lower. So the button placements are a bit low if you watch it on the Pixel 6 Pro, right, on the Pixel 7 Pro and the 7. This is the Pixel 6. It's slightly lower, but it definitely does make a difference in terms of handling. Gonna have the Pixel 6 Pro versus 7 Pro review coming soon as well. Let you all know which one is the one to pick up, you know, the perfect one. But back to the regular scheduled program. So both phones are nice. Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and the back. These are quite slippery phones, I must say. These phones just slip and slide everywhere, so I would suggest you get a case for your phone. Well, if you're getting one of these, get a case for your phone. But I do love the lighter colors. I do love this lemongrass color as well. Yeah, perfect. On to the screens now. Right, so let's check out the optical fingerprint reader, working very nice. So on the Pixel 7 Pro, we do have 120 Hz refresh rate. That's on this one, and there's 90 Hz on the Pixel 7. I'm gonna try. You're gonna tell me if you notice a difference between them. Yeah, you're gonna tell me if you notice a difference. I don't. It's not that drastic. I think you're definitely seeing the much smoother one. Yeah, on the Pixel 7 Pro, it is a bit smoother. You get further much faster. But 98 is quite alright. It's not like an iPhone where you have a 60 Hz screen still, even in 2022. But both run on the latest Android 13 They're both really good phones. They have a lot of similarities. As I said, one of the main difference is that telephoto lens. Even the ultra-wide lens are different, because this ultra-wide lens, just going back and forth, this ultra-wide lens in the Pixel 7 Pro, of course, has macro, which I will show you. But major differences in screen size: the Pixel 7 Pro also has QHD screen. Now, it isn't set there by default. You have to change that when you get your phone and set it up for the first time. But yeah, the Pixel 7 Pro has a QHD screen compared to the 1080p. I'll be honest with you, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's not that big of a deal. They also differ in peak brightness. I'm sure you can see that here. It's actually quite clear here. They really do differ in peak brightness. The 7 Pro definitely gets much brighter, and even brighter than this in outdoor conditions. So yeah, that's one major difference when it comes to the screen. The Pixel 7 Pro definitely gets way brighter than the Pixel 7. The Pixel 7 does an okay job, but it just lags behind, and that is to be expected with what you're paying for both phones. Now, the big question is, of course, the 7 Pro is generally $300 more. Is it worth that? I wouldn't say $300, probably $150, maximum $200 more. But it certainly is an amazing package for what you're getting. Performance will be the same, because both phones, I'm not gonna have to do a whole gaming test and all of that. Both phones run exactly the same. There's the same main camera as well. So when I will do some quick test shots here very soon. You're gonna see the difference, if there is much, as I said, with a camera setup. Audio is something that will be different as well, because this one is a bigger phone. It does pack more of a punch. It does have noticeable bass, and yes, the Pixel 7 also has noticeable bass, but not nearly as much as the 7 Pro. So that's a difference there as well. That sound quality, if you're watching movies or you're playing games, you're gonna notice that sound quality more on the Pixel 7 Pro. Hands down, you're definitely not gonna be wondering if but so maybe there. So those are some of the major differences. Is that worth $300 more? Let's get into the camera. As you can see, when you see that yellow that little sign, it means it's in macro mode, so you can get really close to your subject, and that is because the ultra wide lens has macro mode. When you pull back, it's back to regular, but when you get closer, it gets a bit blurry, and then that macro lens kicks in. Ultra wide camera is great. You have 2 times optical zoom and 5 times 2 times digital, and 5 times optical zoom. So I mean, that is one of the major differences. And I would also go through the camera and show you one of the other major differences. Let me make sure. I haven't really checked to see if this has it. But there you go, we have your regular zoom. You don't have that 5 times optical zoom, and of course, because there is no autofocus on the ultra wide, we don't get any macro lens. You do get cinematic mode here, which is good. I wasn't sure if it was on the Pixel 7 as well, but you do get cinematic mode, which is pretty cool. Let's see how it works here. Now, cinematic mode lets you blur out, whatever's in the background. You're gonna see much more of that in my Pixel 7 Pro full review. It looks pretty decent. Yeah, not too bad. Let's try it out. Let's see if there'll be any difference between the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro, which I don't expect to see. Yeah, there you go. That is your cinematic mode. One thing Google and Apple always do is claim that they had a first. Samsung had portrait video first, and then of course Google and Samsung came out with you know, cinematic modes. They both have cinematic modes, which is quite crazy, you know. But yeah, Samsung has had that for a while. So yeah, I think some of the main differences, of course, battery life as well. This is a bigger phone. This has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I think there's probably about a 4,500 milliamp hour in the Pixel 7. And for the Pixel 7 Pro, I have been getting excellent battery life, some 7.5. If I really push it, 8 hours of screen on time. You get about 6 hours on the Pixel 7, which is commendable. You could get even more because there isn't that 120 Hz refresh rate, which even though it does dial down to 60 Hz sometimes in the Pixel 7 Pro if you're not interacting with the screen. Yeah, but battery life in the 7 Pro I must say is excellent. Charging on both is woeful at 25 watt charging. There is wireless charging and reverse wireless charging on both, so that is excellent as well, to have that on board. I would say, if I go to a lot of concerts, I'm a DJ by profession, and I just like going out, and that 5x optical zoom is perfect for those concert scenarios where you might just want to get some footage of someone that's performing. You're not that close to the stage. The extra battery is good. The Quad HD, you don't really notice it much. The brightest screen is something for me because I live here in Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean, and I must say that brightest screen is definitely something that's needed. So the brightest screen really comes in handy here. Overall, I must say, is it worth that much more? Personally, I wouldn't say that. I think now these two won't be my first preference for a phone, and simply reason being, I love to experiment a lot. I love to try new stuff. I personally go for Samsung phones, and the main reason is because you know, it just offers more. I miss my edge panel on my Samsung. I miss sometimes to copy something from on a page. Yes, Google is very good, but Samsung has much more you can do. You can create an animated GIF in a matter of seconds. You know, it's just so much that you could do much more with a Samsung phone. I'm not saying that these aren't great. If you're looking for stock Android, if you're looking for great cameras, you know, these two definitely does the job. I took some photos. It was my girlfriend's birthday over the weekend. We took some photos, and she commented that while the Pixel took good photos, it was just too plain. Of course, you know, Samsung is known to be punchy, and she has an iPhone, and it was even more vibrant than a Pixel. It did make the food look more pleasing, more appealing. So those are things you might want to consider when you're choosing a phone. I'm going to be reviewing a Samsung phone soon. I'm not sure which one. I should be getting it by tomorrow or the next day, so I'm not sure. I've put it up as a poll on my social media which ones people want me to review, if it's the S23 or if it's the brand new A54 along with the Xiaomi 12 Pro, which has a 200 megapixel camera. But getting back to the Pixels, great phones, really solid. And while I say really solid, there's something you would see in my Pixel 7 Pro review. This phone has crashed on me a couple times, has stuck with me a few times. Sometimes apps just don't open, sometimes in the middle of something it just crash. Google Drive, for instance, doesn't seem to work well, and I've always had an issue with Pixels and my router at home. I've changed my router a couple times, and every time I get a Pixel phone, it just doesn't seem to connect to certain apps using the Wi-Fi. These are much better. I've had a Pixel 6 before, and a Pixel 3 XL and a Pixel 4, and they just weren't working at all on my Wi-Fi. I had to steal my neighbor's Wi-Fi to get anything to work. But you know, just something, that connectivity issue is something to look at. And of course, if you're not in the US or the UK or a place where where Google services are available, if you have any issues, they won't repair your phones because they aren't responsible. All right, so wherever you're watching around the world, just something to think about as well. But in conclusion, would I say that the Pixel 7 Pro is worth that much more? I mean, it does feel a bit more premium. That telephoto lens to me is really a plus, and the great battery life, the brighter screen. For me personally, I would spend it. But if those things aren't that big of a bother to you, honestly, just go with a 7. It's a great phone. You still get that awesome pixel quality with the cameras, with the stills, and the video is pretty good as well too. So I will see that. All right, so that's it. The Pixel 7 Pro versus the Pixel 7. Which is the right one for you in 2023? It's based on what your needs, and it's based on your budget as well. I think most people would really just need a Pixel 7, so I'll go with the Pixel 7. Or for me personally, someone who just, I just like to get the very best, I'll go with the Pixel 7 Pro. But I think both of them are very compelling devices, even 6 months after release. So hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, feel free to hit the like button, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you're subscribed already, please feel free to share the channel, and thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. Coming up next, we will have the Pixel 7 versus the Pixel 7 Pro versus the Pixel 6 Pro as well. I'm gonna do a camera comparison as well as a difference. You know, what is the main difference between the two in terms of performance, speed, and all of that. That's coming up very soon as well. So thank you for watching. Until next one, I'm Stefan for 868 Tech TV. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.